I used to work in an office building downtown Chicago, just a few blocks from the river. It wasn't anything fancy, just a mid-sized logistics company, about 20 of us in total. I handled data entry and inventory tracking. So most of my job was sitting behind a computer, typing numbers into spreadsheets. I usually left at 5, but near the end of each quarter, things got hectic. Deadlines, reports, the usual chaos. One night in November, I volunteered to stay late, to help the team catch up. Everyone else clocked out by 7. By 8, the office was empty. The lights hummed quietly above me, that same fluorescent tone you stop noticing after a while. It had started to snow. I could see the flakes drifting past the windows, caught in the yellow streetlights below. The heater rattled occasionally, followed by a low groan through the vents. It felt like the whole building was breathing around me. I worked through another few hours, running on coffee and focus. By 10, ID finally cleared the backlog. My neck hurt from sitting so long. I stretched, shut down my email, and decided to call it a night. The time clock was near the break room, a small touchscreen on the wall with a glowing green logo. ID used it hundreds of times before. Swipe your badge, tap confirm. Done. That night, when I held my badge to the reader, the screen froze for a second, then blinked white. Clock out denied. User still active. I frowned, tried again, slower this time. Same message. I sighed, thinking maybe the network was lagging. It happened sometimes after hours when the servers rebooted. I went back to my desk to try logging out properly, but the system felt sluggish. Mouse lag, keyboard delay, everything slightly off. I restarted. When the screen came back, it didn't show the Windows login. It showed a blank gray background. With one sentence in the middle, "You haven't finished your shift." For a second, I just stared at it. I checked my phone. 10:23 p.m. The corner of the monitor said 4:11, and I looked around the floor. Empty cubicles. Motion lights at the far end flickering on and off in intervals. The hum of the air system felt louder, pressing against my ears. I tried the elevator. No response. The stairwell door didn't open either. Badge light green. Handle stuck. Same thing at the other exits. My phone had full signal, but every call I made, security, my supervisor, even 911, dropped before connecting. Just dead silence. I walked to the main hallway, passing the conference room. My reflection followed me in the glass wall, warped by the dim light. I could see my own face, pale, tired, but something about it looked delayed, like the reflection moved a half second behind me. When I got back to my cubicle, my computer was on again. It had opened a Word document. At the top, my employee ID, below it, the words, "Still here." I froze. I hadn't typed that. My hands were at my sides. Then, new text appeared. "Finish your shift." I tried shutting off the tower, holding the button, unplugging it. Didn't matter. The light stayed on. The cursor kept blinking. The vents kicked in again, louder this time, like a low roar building across the ceiling. One by one, the motion lights started turning off, until only the one above my desk stayed on. The air felt thick, warm, heavy. I could hear my own pulse. I grabbed my bag, moved toward the exit again, and that was when I heard it. Click, click, click. Keystrokes. Coming from another cubicle, I turned the flashlight on my phone and scanned across the rows. Every monitor was dark, except one, near accounting. Its light flickered faintly, blue against the wall. When I got closer, I saw the same document open, the same words, repeating down the screen. "Finish your shift. Finish your shift. Finish your shift." That was when the intercom clicked on, a soft static hiss followed by my name. Just my name. I ran to the nearest stairwell door and slammed the handle again and again. Finally, it gave way with a metallic crack. The alarm didn't sound. I sprinted down the steps, 2 floors at a time, until I hit the lobby. The security desk was empty. Only the monitors were on, showing the camera feeds of every floor. On one of them, I saw myself, standing still at my cubicle, typing. I don't remember leaving the building. The next thing I recall is standing outside, snow falling on my coat, my breath shaking in the cold air. The time on my phone read 3:57 a.m. The next morning, I went straight to HR and told them I was done. They said that wasn't possible. According to their records, I had already clocked out the night before. At 3:57 a.m. they even showed me the digital signature, my ID, my PIN, my timestamp. Everything matched. I quit on the spot, They deactivated my badge while I stood there. The screen at reception flashed one last time. Shift complete. I don't work nights anymore, but sometimes, when I sit too long at my desk at home, I hear it again. That faint clicking sound, like someone typing, just a few seconds behind me.